Good afternoon. I'm at the site of the former stadium of Shrewsbury Town, known as Gay Meadow, that was demolished in 2007, 17 years ago. Today, let's go and have a look and see what replaced the old Gay Meadow Stadium, what is there now, here in 2024.
A lot of fans would have walked across the English Bridge. This is a bridge that crosses the River Severn in all its scenic beauty.
I would have also walked past this building to my left, now Shrewsbury Sixth Form College, formerly the Wakeman School. Straight ahead you could see a cafe. This was formerly an Indian takeaway and even a tattooist at one point. Turning left here into what was known as the Narrows, this used to get a bit congested and sometimes confrontational between home and visiting supporters. As you can see, it is now private homes, apartments and a securely gated community. On the sign it is now called the Old Meadow. The names of the streets in this community pay some detail to the past.
The name Amber Eyes comes from the colours of Shrewsbury Town's kit, amber being a prominent colour, blue and amber stripes for instance. Coracle Way is a tribute to Fred Davis, who famously used to build coracles and retrieve balls from the River Severn for the football club, sometimes with the aid of one of his coracles. The name Cadman Place refers to Robert Cadman, who was a stunt performer. He tragically died while trying to cross the River Severn on a zip line down to Gay Meadow on the 2nd of February 1739.
Long before it was a football stadium, it was used for fetes, carnivals and shows, and a place for people to hang out and socialise.
Let's take a trip back to 2007, what it looked like on a match day walking down the Narrows.
Bit of noise, eh?
Another way you could get to the stadium is through the Castle Fields Walk this way. Comes from the Monkmoor direction. You'd have to go underneath this railway bridge which used to flood a lot. The Taylor report suggested that because of entrances and exits from the stadium were not suitable for crowds over 8,000, so the capacity of Gay Meadow was reduced to 8,000, mainly due to access. I'm not entirely sure whether this lagoon was here at the time, but I think it was, to drain all the water away into the Severn. This would have led to the car park at the rear of the stadium, which was quite a large car park considering. This end of the ground was known as the station end due to its location nearest to the train station. As you can imagine, this little garden bit resembles a penalty box, maybe the station end penalty box. You can actually kind of imagine that there was a stadium once here, just looking at the way the layout is of the houses and the gardens. Walking up to this point, it kind of reminds me of the halfway line. I'm not sure whether it actually was, but you can even sort of imagine looking through one of the little holes that used to be at the bottom of the riverside stand that you could see through and see the river flowing by outside. I could certainly imagine standing here watching the players come out the tunnel and cheering them on. Of course, the riverside was the noisiest part of the ground and was for the most part the home end, although I do believe back in the 1970s the station end was the home end, but it was advised by local authorities to put away fans in that end. As we move along, again another garden that sort of plays tribute to a penalty box. This would have been the Wakeman end of the ground. Here I'm now stood where possibly the most smelliest toilets in the Football League were. Oh, sometimes you just had to hold your nose when you needed to go. This wall here is the only remaining structure left from the football stadium. This was known as the Wakeman End, but the proper name for it was the Cecil Duffel Terrace, who used to be a chairman of Shrewsbury Town. Let's take a look at what it was like walking along the Wakeman Terrace. Now I remember once Dean Spink making a shot back in the 90s and the ball sailing over the wall and hitting the statue of Lord Rowland Hill on the head. Let's go and see what the stadium looks like now from above as I'm about to take the drone up. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's watched the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you again shortly for some more videos.